Hey guys, in today's video, I want to do a comparison of all of my brown polishes. I was inspired by the I Don't Give a Sip collection from China Glaze, which was their fall release this year. And I was this close to doing a Shop My Stash, but then I realized that half of the collection is pretty much browns. And so it inspired me to pull out every single brown that I own. A lot more than I expected. I was seriously thinking I wouldn't have more than 2 hands full, but I actually have 20. So let's talk about the polishes. So this can kind of be a Shop My Stash for the China Glaze release, or at least half of their collection. All right, so the first one here I have is called Don't Be Choco-late, and this is from ESSIE. Came out in a Valentine's Day release quite a few years ago, I want to say. And it looks like melted chocolate on the nails. It's such a beautiful, rich color. And great formula, 2 coats to get opaque. Really great color. The one right next to it is from Color Club, and I think this one and 2 other ones that I have from Color Club came out in some kind of nudes collection where they had lighter nudes, medium tone nudes, and then deeper type of nudes, right, for the deeper skin tones. This one is called Exposed, and it's on my ring finger. It's such a beautiful, rich brown. It's like an espresso brown. It's so great. This one I bought specifically for the name of it. It's called Coco Kisses because Coco is my middle name. This one is from Nails Inc. And this one has, it's chocolate scented. And I remember when I wore this one, I would get little hints of chocolates as my hands moved. So that was really pleasant. I have that one on my middle finger. Also a cream, and also has a great formula. So here's the first 3. They're really, really beautiful. This is a manicure, waiting to happen. The next one, which is one of the darker creams that I own, I think maybe this is up to par with another one that leans a little bit more purpley though. But this one is called Partner in Crime, and it is almost blackened, but it's visibly brown. Great formula for this one. This one's nearly opaque in 1 coat, and this has the old ESSIE brush. This one and I think Exposed from Color Club. These can substitute for the China Glaze My Broomstick Runs on Coffee, which is their deeper brown in that collection. On my thumb, I have one from KB Shimmer. I actually opted to put 2 shimmery polishes on my thumbs because I broke both of them, and I had to support my nail with silk wrap, so I put 2 layers of silk wrap. So I figured adding polishes that have a little bit of sparkle will help camouflage that. On my thumb, I have Espresso Yourself from KB Shimmer. The base of this is an espresso brown, and it has larger holographic glitter, and it's super beautiful. So the brown in this is like a brown shimmer, and then it has varying sizes of the silver holographic. 1 to 2 coats for this one. On my other thumb is another polish from KB Shimmer, and this is called Oh My Gonache. This one is made up of a brown shimmer and then silver holographic. And let me compare the 2 because they are different. So Oh My Gonache is on this thumb. I do see a slight linear effect in the bottle, but that's not something that I capture on my nails. So indoors, it looks like this. You see the little scattered specks, and then outdoor, you see the rainbow effect. It is so beautiful, and it has a great formula. This one only takes, it could take 1 to 2 coats. If I go in a little bit heavier, it can get opaque in 1 coat. The next one maybe you can argue that it's a red. Any excuse to put this polish in this video. This one's called Brownstone. It's a red, like a bricky red brown, I would say, because there are brown undertones in this one. It's Brownstone from China Glaze. I adore this polish. It's so beautiful. And a great formula for this one, 2 coats. It has a lot of red in it. I mean, I guess it could be considered a red with some brown undertones, or a brown with a ton of red undertones. It's more red, I feel, than brown for sure. And let me compare it to Don't Be Choco-late from ESSIE. because you'll see how much more red Brownstone has. They're just so beautiful. I love them. On my middle finger, this one is called Take It All Off. Came out in that similar collection, that nude collection from Color Club. And this one almost has a little bit of a pinky tone to it. It's more of a mild color, I would say, mild brown. And then right next to that one is Hot Toffee from Sinful Colors. I love this polish. This color is so beautiful. And I have that one on my ring finger. From afar, this one can almost pass as a nude for me, as you can see. It's just so beautiful. And then right next to that one, a great one from Revlon. This is called Totally Toffee. And this is, I believe, still available in the stores. It's such a beautiful color. So let's do a glimpse of this hand and then a glimpse of this hand. And let me compare actually these three so you can see. Totally Toffee has a lot more red in it. They're really, really beautiful. Okay, I have 10 more polishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these off and then swatch the rest of the polishes, and I'll come back and we can talk about them. Moving on to the remaining 10 polishes. One of which actually, I've never worn this one before, and it looks brown in the bottle, but it has a little bit of a purpley undertone. When I went outside to take a look at them, this one leans a little bit more purple. Here I see more of the brown, which is interesting. Okay, so let me get started with the one that I have on my pinky, which is a straight up nude for me, but it is a lighter brown from Color Club. This is kind of one of those latte type of colors, so I guess it could be a substitute for the lighter browns in the China Glaze collection. And I have that one on my pinky. It's such a flattering nude, and it's called Out in the Open. 2 coats for this one. Great formula. It's just such a pretty color. On my ring finger, I have Squeaker of the House, and this is from OPI. And this one has a little bit of a purpley undertone, but still super beautiful. It's on my ring finger. A bit of a thinner formula, so it takes 3 coats to cover the nail. And then right next to that one is a brown that has a lot of gray undertones, and this is How Great is Your Dane. This is currently sitting on my, not currently, but it's on my fall season rack for me to wear this season. It's deeper on the nail than what shows up in the bottle, but it is a brown. It just pulls more gray on the nails, I feel. It's just such a beautiful color. And then on my index is an old favorite. This is Wouldn't You Like to Know from OPI. This is straight up milk chocolate with a little bronze shimmer. It's so pretty. Indoors, you don't see the little shimmer very much, but you do see it in direct light, and it's really, really pretty. It also has a little bit of that purpley tone. It's almost like Squeaker of the House, only that Squeaker of the House is a little bit deeper, and Wouldn't You is a little bit lighter, more brown, and Squeaker has just a little bit more purpley tone. But so does Wouldn't You, if you notice. Just a tiny little bit. It's such a pretty color. On my thumb, this one was gifted to me. I've never worn this one before. Carolina sent this one to me, and it's called Terrible Wonders from Emily Damali. And it's a very warm brown base, almost jelly-like, and it has silver holographic glitter. It's really, really pretty. Maybe it's not a holographic glitter. Maybe it's just silver glitter. Like micro brown glitter and chunkier silver glitter. Maybe this is not holographic. Because some of the silver glitter they almost look like little glares because they're sitting in a jelly base. It's very red tone. It's coming off deeper and more espresso-like, but it does have some red undertones. It is brown though. On my other thumb, I have an old favorite from China Glaze. This is called Lug Your Designer Baggage. It's a very cool brown, but it has gold shreds of metallic glitter. They're not hexas. They're not uniformly shaped. And it's just so beautiful. I love this polish. And then on my index, I have this one from My Indie Polish. This is a very warm sheer brown. And it has iridescent shimmer and larger scattered multi-shifting flakes. You don't get a lot of the flakes on the nails, unfortunately, but the color is super beautiful. See all of the flakes? You don't get too many of those on the nail, but it's still really, really pretty. And then on my middle finger, I have one from 90 Lacquer. This one is called Gingerbread Cookie, and it has a brown jelly base and a ton of holographic. This is super holographic, especially in direct light. The only thing with this one is the base is almost very like jelly-like, but also in consistency to where it's thicker. So it does require a little bit of manipulation on the nail, but it is so beautiful. I added 2 coats on my nail and then sèche vite to help it dry faster. It's just such a beautiful polish. So I'm willing to work with the formula. This one is the one that pulls. It's kind of interesting because it's a brown, but it has a lot of purpley tones. It's called Copacabana Beach from Nails Inc. This is new to me. It was currently sitting on my fall seasonal rack for me to wear. Outdoors, it pulls, when the sun is hitting it, it pulls a little bit more purple. So I almost took it off, but coming indoor, it looks brown with a purple undertone. And it's super dark. Great formula, 2 coats for this one. The one that is on my pinky, it's the one that pulls more green. And let me compare it to How Great Is Your Dane. Maybe you guys will be able to see the green undertones in this one. It's called Brune from Chanel. And that's this one right here. Really awesome formula. 1 to 2 coats to get opaque on the nails. It's just such a beautiful color. And because it has that green undertone, I find it to be very flattering against my skin tone. It's just so pretty. All right, so let's do this. You can see the green in Brune from Chanel. I think it's called Brune, right? Yeah. Brune Fume. And then Lug Your Designer. And then these right here. The last polish I have to mention is from China Glaze, and this is Mahogany Magic. And I have that one on my pinky. And it's a brown with yellow undertones. It's such a flattering color. I love this brown. Great formula for this one. In the past, this has taken 2 coats to cover the nail, but because I'm really far down in my bottle and the formula has thickened up, this was 1 coat. I'm gonna have to go looking for this one because they don't make it anymore. So pretty sure though that I can still find it on Head to Toe Beauty or transdesign.com, because I don't think I have a backup of this one. I don't remember, but beautiful color. So that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.